Hey, everybody. Oh, I'm so happy to see you all here today. How exciting. Okay, I'm going to be ready. I just need to grab one more thing and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm super excited. All right. Okay, let's put this down here. Okay, so nice to see you all. So just before I start, I wanted to give you guys an opportunity. Of course, let me just start by saying it's so nice to see you all. My name is Sherry. And today we're going to be learning how to do some keto recipes. I know it's really hard with everybody being stuck at home, so we're just going to try and push through this. But before we start, does anybody have any questions?
Yes,
Yes. Go ahead.
Are you a real cook or a fake cook?
Yes, I am a real cook. I studied at the culinary school in Pennsylvania. Yep. Anything else?
No.
All right. Okay, so today we are going to be doing meatballs. Okay, so first we'll go over the list of ingredients that you're going to need. Okay, we're going to have some ground beef. You're going to need an onion and some garlic, 2 cloves of garlic. You're going to need 1 egg and some fresh parsley, salt, of course, and fresh peppercorns that you can grind. But if you have just regular black pepper, that's fine too. We're going to use some oregano and some crushed red peppers. Now, you may be wondering, what makes this recipe keto? So traditionally, meatballs would have breadcrumbs in them, and that's what makes it not keto. So today, what we're actually going to do is use almond flour. Okay. So are we good? Is everybody following along so far? Do you guys need a minute to write anything down? Oh, okay, yeah.
I thought you couldn't eat meat. Specifically,
Me personally, you mean?
yes.
No, we eat meat. I eat all meat. The only thing I abstain from eating is pork. So if you prefer to use pork in your meatballs, that's absolutely fine. I will be making mine with all beef though. But yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and put some in yours, whatever you prefer. Some people like veal, some people like pork, some people like beef and pork mixed. I prefer all beef. But that's a great question.
So we can use vegetables as well, right?
Vegetables, yes. Today, our recipe doesn't really call for a lot of vegetables. So this is more of a when you're stuck in a rut, but you want to make something that's really delicious. So normally I would make the marinara sauce and that would call for vegetables, yes. But today I'm recommending using a ready-made pasta sauce. All right. So shall we continue? Okay, so in order to prepare the almond flour, you can't just use it dry like breadcrumbs. So what we're gonna do is actually take a 3/4 cup of almond flour, and you can use a dry ingredient measuring cup. And then you're going to add to it, oh, I forgot my measuring cup. 1 second. All right, so in a wet ingredient cup, you're going to measure out 1 cup of almond milk. You're going to pour the almond milk over the almond flour and let it sit. You need to, what is called, hydrate the almond flour so that it can absorb it. And that mixed in with the meat is what keeps it light and fluffy. Because otherwise the meatball is going to be hard and very dense. Okay, so once we have all those ingredients together, we're going to mix it up. And you may not know this, but you can actually overwork your meat. So what you want to do is you want to put all the ingredients together and with one hand, gently incorporate everything together until it is just mixed, and then that's it. Pull your hand out and stay away from that. Oh yes, please go ahead.
So when I'm mixing the meat, will I need gloves to do that?
That is also a personal preference. If you are uncomfortable touching raw meat, yes, absolutely, by all means, wear gloves. I find that I am able to know better when the meat is ready when I use my bare hands, but that's up to you. All right, so we're gonna put all this stuff here. And now I recommend having a little bowl of cold water so that when you are balling up your meatballs, dip your hand in water so that it doesn't stick to your hands. All right, you see how I'm doing that? You see it's like about the size of a golf ball? All right, good job, everybody. Okay, so now, once you have all your meatballs ready, you have 2 options. At this point, you can freeze them. You can freeze them and then bring them out at a later date and use them. Or if, yes,
Okay, so if I freeze my meatballs, how will I know like how many days later that they're good?
okay, so here's a trick that I like to do. Anything that I put in the freezer, on the bag, I will write the date that I put it in. And raw meatballs will typically last in the freezer for up to 3 months. And they should be fine. Yeah. Okay, so today I am not going to freeze the meatballs because we are going to make the dinner and I have a large family and they are all ready to eat. So I'm going to be making this whole batch. So I'm going to take my frying pan and I'm going to put a generous amount of olive oil. This is a small plug, but I really love this brand of olive oil. It is local. It is grown here on a Texas ranch. And I just think it's really important to support local businesses. So you're going to put a generous amount of oil and you're going to let the pan heat up. Let me get this clutter out of the way. All right, so I can feel that the pan is hot, so I'm gonna start putting them in one by one. Now this, yes,
So to feel the pan, I just want to be clear, you don't touch the pan, right?
oh yes, 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 absolutely. No, don't touch the pan. And in fact, another trick is I highly recommend using a splatter guard. You see the splatter that's happening? It's like spraying oil. Okay, yeah. We're gonna cover that up so that it doesn't splatter you and injure you. So while that first batch is cooking up, we are actually gonna start heating up our sauce in this pot, in the sauce pot, because what's gonna happen is that once our meatballs are ready, we are gonna just dump them right into this pot. We're only gonna cook them on each side until they become brown. So, oh yeah, look at that, look at that. This looks great. Okay, I'm gonna flip this one. You see that golden? You see that crust? Ooh, that's what we're looking for, people. All right, we'll flip them over. Now know this, they are not gonna be fully cooked through. That's why I'm heating up the sauce, because as they finish, I'm gonna put the meatballs into the red sauce and they'll finish cooking in there. Okay. Now, once you're done with that, you're gonna keep going until you finish all of your meat, okay? And then you're gonna have your noodles of choice ready. Now, keto means that we don't want any carbs. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use zoodles.
Right.
Yeah, okay, that's the zoodles. And these days, keto is so popular, you can find them already made in almost every major grocery store. Okay, so here's my zoodles. I'm gonna get them ready over here. Okay, these are also done. There we go. And of course, as a finishing touch, no spaghetti and meatballs is ready to eat until you have the pecorino romano cheese. Mm-mm. I personally use so much of it. I will use a box grater, just like this one, to grate up a whole mountain of it. But if you're like the rest of the world that just likes a normal amount, sorry, you can use this micro grater and you can just grate however much you want onto your own plate. And that is our recipe for keto meatballs.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
So a microblader.
Uh-huh.
So if I myself would prefer bigger slices of cheese versus grated, how would I do that?
So that's where the box grater comes in handy, because you have 4 different sizes that you can grate. If you want whole slices, then you can use this side. If you want a more fine grate, this one. This one is great for the powder finish. And then this is like fat grated cheese.
I understand.
so happy that you got to join us today.
Thank you. Yeah, same. I'm happy to learn new recipes.
Excellent. Well, we will be back here next week, same time. And if you're interested in joining us again, I'll be happy to send you the link.
Yes,
All
please.
right. Okay, thank you so much. And other than that, if nobody has any more questions, wonderful. Thank you, everybody.